Imagine a war erupts thousands of miles away, and your country suddenly starts saving billions. Imagine oil tankers rerouting overnight, bringing you fuel at half the global price. Imagine becoming the biggest customer of the most sanctioned nation on earth and making a fortune from it. This isn't fiction. This is what India did. This is the story of how Russia's war became India's opportunity, and how cheap oil helped turbocharge the world's fastest-growing economy. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the world condemned it. Sanctions, embargoes, a global economic panic. But while Europe shut its doors, India opened a new one. Before the war, Russia barely mattered in India's oil game. Just 2% of imports. Fast forward a year, Russia is number one. How did that happen? Here's the deal. The West said no to Russian oil, but Russia still had oil to sell, and India was ready to buy. At one point, Russian crude was offered to India at $35 below the global price. When Brent was selling at $100, India was getting barrels at just $65. That's like buying iPhones for half off, while the rest of the world paid full price. And India didn't blink. From 2% of India's oil to nearly 30%. In just months, Russia's loss was India's jackpot. India's private refiners, Reliance Nayara, jumped in fast. They bought cheap Russian crude, refined it, and then exported it right back to Europe as diesel and jet fuel. Yes, Europe banned Russian oil, but they bought Indian diesel, made from Russian oil, and nobody said a word. Even Brussels admitted, "We may need to do something about this." India shrugged and said, "We're just doing business." This wasn't just about oil, it was about economic power. India saved billions. Indian refiners made billions. And the government, it taxed the profits and used them to stabilize fuel prices at home. India didn't just survive the oil crisis, it profited from it. While the West played sanctions, India played smart. But here's the twist. Russia couldn't get paid in dollars. So how did India pay? Through Dubai, through the UAE dirham, through Chinese yuan, quietly, even through mysterious shadow fleets, ships with GPS turned off, dodging sanctions on the high seas. This wasn't just trade, it was economic espionage, done in plain sight, and it worked. Critics called it hypocrisy. How could India buy from a country at war? India's answer was clear. Our people need energy, we won't be bullied into choosing sides. And in a world of rising costs, energy insecurity and shrinking alliances, that answer really carried weight. Today India's entire oil map has changed. OPEC's share, it dropped from 72% to 59%. Russia, now up to 26%. India is no longer dependent on just the Gulf. It can now play suppliers against each other for better deals. This isn't just oil, it's leverage. From war came opportunity. From sanctions came strategy. And from a discounted barrel of oil came billions. India didn't just buy oil. India rewrote the rules of global trade and walked the tightrope between diplomacy and dollars like a pro. What began as Russia's crisis became India's economic masterstroke. This is how you turn geopolitics into gold. If this blew your mind, share it. Subscribe for more untold stories beyond the headlines, because this is beyond the globe. And we show you the world no one else will. Hashtag Russia, India oil, hashtag Indian economy, hashtag geopolitics explained.